Hey guys, it's me Katie. So today I'm going to be reviewing the 28 Neutral Palette by BH Cosmetics. I'm going to show you a couple of MAC dupes, tell you what I like what I like about the palette, what I don't like about the palette. To be honest, this is what I went on the website to get, was this palette here, and the Camouflage palette. And I'm kind of I like this. But out of all the items I got, this was probably the most disappointing item, and I'll show you why. Okay, so I'll show you the palette. This is it. It comes in a matte black case. As you can see, I got it a little bit dirty. All the ingredients for all the eyeshadows are on the back. Also has the expiration date, and it tells you it's not tested on animals, which is really great and what I look in for in a product. This palette was, I think, I got it for $11 from bhcosmetics.com. When I got it, the white color here in the bottom, the pan had fallen out. I re-glued it back in and it still fell out. I also don't know if you can see this. This brown color here had a ding in it. And since then, the shadow out of that half of the pan have kind of collapsed and come out. Overall, you get some really good colors in here. You have like this top color here is like this sparkly purpley brown. You have some pinks, some great highlighting colors here. A nice white color, shimmery black. When I saw this palette online, I thought all of the colors were matte. But I was pleasantly surprised to see that they're not, which is good. And not all of the colors in here are great, but there are some really great colors that everybody should have. And I think for $11 that makes this palette worth it. There are some colors I haven't used, but I've swatched pretty much every one of them. Now, my favorite colors happen to be this lavender brown here. This top sparkly pink. I love this iridescent purple brown. And then the black at the bottom. The rest of the colors are really great. Now, I found a couple of MAC dupes in this palette. And I'm going to show them to you just by doing finger swatches. I'm going to do both primed fingers and not primed fingers to show you the swatch. So on my left hand, I've just primed these fingers with the Kat Von D High Voltage Eye Primer by Sephora. And then on my, sorry, I'm just washing off the primer from that. And then on my right hand are two unprimed fingers. So I'm going to show you a true swatch and then a primed swatch. So the first one is a dupe for Woodwinked by MAC, and I can show you that color out of the pan, or out of the palette. Hang on. How do you get these out? So this is Woodwinked by MAC. It's a shimmery kind of sand brown. It's a lot of people think it's a staple color for any MAC palette. It's really gold, which is what I like about it. And the dupe for Woodwinked is right here in the palette. So it's the 4th row, 5th color in. Oops, I put it on the wrong finger. Hang on. So there they are there. This one is Woodwinked by MAC, and this one is the color from the 28 Neutral palette. As you can see, there's not really a difference, except the Woodwinked is a little bit golder, whereas the MAC, or the BH Cosmetics color, has more of a bronze tone. And I will show you them both free swatched on the finger without any primer. Yet again, you get very good pigmented quality with the BH Cosmetics one here. You can just see this one is a bit deeper. Still would give you the same effect on the eye. The next one I'm going to show you, which I actually can't take out of my palette because I've glued it like an idiot, is a substitute for Orb. This is Orb here by MAC. It's a very beige kind of, a beige with pink undertones. It is a matte color. This is my favorite all over the lid color, or sometimes I use it as a highlight. So I will prime up for this. So I just gotta let it dry for a second, but I will show you unprimed. Oh, this is gonna be hard to show up. I tried to put a lot on there. So here they are unprimed. This one is Orb, and this one is the second color of the first row in the BH Cosmetics palette. I'm doing a video for my blog. Okay. Okay, well, I'm almost done. Sorry, that was my dad. So this is the matte color with the, this is MAC's Orb with the primer. And this is the BH Cosmetics color with the primer. The only thing, you can't even see these, they're not registering. The only thing that is different about the BH Cosmetics one is it's a bit more gray toned than MAC's Orb. The next color I'm going to show you is, I can actually take it out of the pan. I don't know how you pronounce this color, but it says Haux, like it's spelled H-A-U-X, but I know in French the A-U-X is hoe, as in like faux fur, F-A-U-X, it's not fox. So I don't know if this is hoe or Haux, but next time I go into MAC, I'm going to ask about it because this is becoming a staple color in my makeup collection. And it's yet again that like lavender brown that everybody like saw in the BH Cosmetics palette and fell in love with. I happen to have it in the MAC palette, and then the BH Cosmetics palette came and I saw for myself. So hang on. This is a really good blending color when you're working with like a dark smoky eye. Oh, those are very different. I didn't notice that. Now, there's actually 3 dupes for this in the BH Cosmetics. There's 2 dupes in the BH Cosmetics palette. I'm going to show you. Oh, yeah, that's the better one. So this is the matte color with the primer. This is the first BH Cosmetics primer. And there is the last dupe. Now, this is the lighter version. This is the 4th color on the top row. This is the 4th color on the last row. And then this is Haux by MAC. And I will swatch those for you on my fingers without primer. I gotta wipe like the primer hand off first. This video is going to be way longer than I intended. So this is where I don't like this. The MAC version is a lot more pigmented than these ones. MAC and then 2 BH Cosmetics colors. I would suggest getting Haux, but it's just a really cool like lavender color. And the last 2 I'm going to show you. Oh, I just put a ding in the other, in that sand. Great, it's under my nail. Okay, whatever. The last 2 I'm going to show you. The first one is White Frost by MAC. And like I said, it is a frost color. White Frost is a great highlighting color, or in the corner of your eye. So that's a highlighter. The thing I like about the MAC's version, it's a lot more iridescent. This is MAC's White Frost. You can see the shine there. And this is the BH Cosmetics color. Very, very similar, especially when swatched on the skin. I will show you without primer. Very similar. Even when swatched on the hand, they're very similar. And then the last one is All That Glitters. Now, this one's a little more off. All That Glitters is a lot more pink than the BH Cosmetics color, but I still think it's a viable dupe, which is what's great about this palette. All That Glitters is like becoming my favorite color. Yeah. Okay, so this is All That Glitters by MAC, and then this is the All That Glitters dupe in the palette. The only problem with the BH Cosmetics is a little bit darker, but still, swatched on the hand, they're very similar. Overall, I would give this palette a buy. Just buyer be warned that you are getting what you pay for with this. So it is $11. A lot of the median colors quality aren't that great. But there are a few staples in here that if you're not going to buy the MAC palette, but you absolutely want, that this palette will do just as fine. I liked it overall. The only thing I have to complain about was the pan that fell out. That was disappointing. And just the quality of some of the eyeshadows. Also, the thing that I like about MAC palettes is it's solid plastic in the center, whereas these are kind of a sound like a MAC one, but they're a plastic material, not as hard, just kind of like enveloping. You can make a dent in it. Overall, I would give this palette a buy, and I think it's great for anybody who's starting makeup or wants to build a good collection. These are all staple colors that you will need. So that was my review on the 28 color eyeshadow palette by BH Cosmetics.